Good morning, my friends. This is Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s, working oh so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. Today is Friday, August the 9th somehow, and we're going to be doing a financial health check-in. I'm looking at my YNAB, forgetting the word for financial. So, welcome, either welcome or welcome back. Super excited that you've joined me today. If you are returning, guess what time it is? Just guess. Just take a wild guess. You're wrong. It's not 7:30. It's 7:23. Okay? Don't doubt me. I've actually been spending the last like 45 minutes trying to fix the sound because I saw some of the comments. I know I didn't respond to comments last week, and I am super sorry. I will do that. But I did read them and I did see the comments that the sound was really low. And I'd noticed that too, and I was hoping it was just my computer, so I'm sorry. Um, Somehow, whenever my computer does updates, it messes up my sound. It's happened to me before and I fixed it. So maybe I fixed it this time. Let me know if this is still super low or if I fixed it. I don't know what to do. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna keep trying if this didn't work. So anyway, let me know what you think. If you are new, welcome. Super excited that you're here. Um, Hopefully you will still go back and watch my older videos, even if the sound is a little low, because I talk a lot, so hopefully you'll catch some of what I'm saying. Some of it's going to make sense. Speaking of talking a lot, I actually don't have a lot of updates for y'all. I haven't done a lot. Oh, that's not true. I haven't done a lot in the last week, and that is true. But I do have an update. It's just not really a financial update, though it affects my financial health, so I will talk about it. And then we don't have a ton to budget out, so hopefully this won't be a super long video. But I will put some timestamps in the description box in case you just want to watch the budgeting. I totally understand that is all some of y'all are here for, and that's totally cool. So I will link to where you can skip ahead to just watch the budgeting portion. So, thanks if you're still in this section. I have decided, and I announced it yesterday on my physical health journey. I have decided to start doing semaglutide injections. Because I've been on a weight loss journey and I've been steadily losing weight for the last year, but my doctor is no longer comfortable prescribing me the medication that I was on because you can only stay on it for so long before it stops working. My theory is it hasn't stopped working. Why should we stop it? But he's just concerned. He really wants me, this is my nutritionist slash weight loss doctor, really wants me to do a weight loss surgery, which I've talked about on my health journey because this is a health journey thing. But I am not comfortable for myself doing that at this point. It may be something that I end up having to do in the future, but right now that's not what I want to do. So I talked to my actual PCP on Wednesday and she suggested doing these injections. I didn't even bring them up. I asked her opinions on weight loss surgery, completely neutral, didn't want to like tell her what I was thinking. I just wanted to get her opinion. And she was not excited about it at all. And she suggested doing injections. Unfortunately, my insurance does not cover these injections. And they are, if you've ever looked into it for yourself or heard people talk about it, if your insurance doesn't cover it, it's prohibitively expensive for most of us. It's over $1,000 a month just for my copay. 12 to $1,500. I can't remember because it was about 2 years ago when I tried it, but I know they've tried again and again the weight loss clinic to get it covered and it's not covered. So I found a pharmacy that does compounding, and I did do a lot of research because I know there are some pretty shady ones out there, and I know there are some really great ones out there. The really great ones are going to be in that prohibitively expensive range, which obviously I can't do, or I just get the real stuff. Not that this isn't real, but I would get the name brand stuff that my doctor was willing to prescribe me. Um, but anyway, I found one that I felt comfortable. The reviews were good enough, and I felt comfortable. I'm not going to share the name of that company because I don't know if it's any good, and I am not affiliated with them. If I start this and I like it and I feel like it's working, then I may share the name and share the link to the deal that I found. But again, I'm not affiliated. I will never be affiliated with this company, as to the best of my knowledge. So if I do end up sharing this link, it will just be so that if y'all are interested, you can also take advantage of the deal that I found. What I found was 3 months for just under $500. That includes your doctor visits, like all of them. You have to do multiple check-ins. That includes your injections and the medication and the needles, because I think it's going to be like the insulin for my dog, where I have to like draw it up and inject myself, which I am totally fine doing. I've never had a problem with needles, never had a problem. I've never really had to give myself injections other than the like little trial that I did of these things when I first started. But I give my dog his diabetes medicine every single day. Um, so I'm okay with doing it this way. Um, anyway, but that is $500 for 3 months. And I did put that on my American Express card because that's the card I know I have time to pay it off on. I will, hopefully, my plan, Lord willing, is to build up my HSA to where I can pay myself back for both the COVID medicine. The name is escaping me now, starts with a P, but I can't think of it. The medicine that I had when I had COVID, which was over $300, and then this. So that right there is like $800, $830 on my American Express card. That's just medical related that hopefully I will refund to myself from my HSA. I just have to let it build back up because I have had a lot of appointments. I'm going to give myself the 3 months, try this out, see how I like it. And if I do like it, then I will probably continue this because I have seen a lot of positive results from people online, and I'm sure you have, who have lost a lot of weight and have been able to keep it off. I have developed my healthy habits. But for some reason, when I am not on a medication, I just gain weight. I came off my medication last week and I have already gained over 7 pounds in a week. I'm not changing anything that I'm doing. I'm still going to the gym twice a week. Thank you so much. Yes, for those tracker stickers, I am using them. And I am still trying to watch what I eat. But I've noticed a very increased hunger without the medication, which is, that makes sense because that's what that medication does, is decreases your hunger. Um, the phentermine that I was on. So I'm probably, without even realizing it, eating more. And I need to stop. And the only way that I know to stop, because it's not a willpower thing, some people are going to say you just don't eat. That's great for you if that works. Congratulations. And I am super, super excited for you. That's awesome. That has never worked for me. I am 44 years old. It's not like this is the first time I've tried to lose weight. That does not work for me. It just doesn't. Um, it's like trying to do a Dave Ramsey budget. If you cut it all out, I will just go over and overindulge in another area. That's just how my brain works. It does it with money, it does it with food, it does it for everything. And so hopefully that these will give me a shortcut to, not a I don't want to say a shortcut, because you still have to do the work. You still have to go to the gym. You still have to remain active. You still have to watch what you're eating. It's not like you can just eat whatever you want and sit around on the couch all day and lose weight. Maybe you can, but that's not what I plan to do. I'm still going to be working the same amount I've been working. I just need this extra boost to help me do it because you take me off the medication and I just gain the weight back. That's enough. I don't want to talk about my health journey. This is my budgeting journey. This is my financial health journey. So, that being said, I know I need to sit down and do my Amazon, said the wrong word because I'm looking at Amazon over here. I need to sit down and do my American Express payoff. I just watched Liz over at Budget and Balance. If you're not familiar with her channel, you should go check it out. She did a full debt update, and I watched that video yesterday. And she went through her credit card and did a full debt confession, everything she spent on her credit card since she had it. And she's had her card just about the same amount of time that I've had my card. So, similar stuff, Liz. Similar stuff on mine. And so I may take some inspiration from you, from Liz, and do a full confession of everything that's on my account. I'm not sure if I'll go that in depth, but I may not. But whatever I do, I will come up with a payoff plan and go over what that is. I also do have my August budget ready to go. I wrote it all out last week, and then I went all the way to the end of December because I wanted to make sure, like, for the American Express payoff, and this was before I put the $500 on there. But I wanted to make sure that everything was working and I was going to be okay with like making extra payments and putting money toward ice ball and doing all the things that I wanted to do. Um, and I wasn't going to hurt the next month. So I went all the way to the first week of January of 2026. 2025, I did not do a year and a half. Went all the way to the first week of January 2025 to do my budget. So I will sit down this weekend at some point and film that budget and also try to get the American Express payoff plan on paper and hopefully film that as well. Okay, think those are all of my updates. I haven't really done anything else this week. So I am going to shrink myself up into the corner and we will get started with this week's budget. I'll see y'all in just a second. Okay, here we are in my budget. So I have only a handful of things. So if you watched last week's budget setup, thanks so much for coming back. Um, my I have a lot of sinking funds, and they don't fit on the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck Planner. She only gives you, I don't even know how many lines. I'm not going to stop to count them, but not as many sinking funds as I have lines to do. So I've split those up, and so we're going to finish filling the rest of my sinking funds for the month. And then also, I have one bill and then my regular weekly expenses. And that should be everything. So this shouldn't take very long, and we can all go get started on our Fridays. Happy Friday, y'all. I don't have anything exciting planned this weekend. Last weekend I went and saw Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine. Y'all, I am a comic book movie fan and I am a Marvel fan, and I have not enjoyed most of the Marvel movies that have come out in the last couple of years, but I loved this one. This one was so good. Um, Obviously, very violent, a lot of jokes that you really should have watched the other movies for, but even if you didn't, it's just a feel good movie. It's just fun as long as you're okay with violence and cursing because it is Deadpool and it is rated R. But I enjoyed it immensely. And I saw it in 3D because I had my Cinemark movie subscription and I had two available tickets. And so I was like, I might as well see it in 3D. So I did. Um, anyway, that's where I use my Cinemark, plus 20% off of my concessions. It was amazing. I really think that that 650 a month is worth it for me, because I do see a movie every couple of months at Cinemark. I also go to Flix, which is my movie theater of choice. It's just further away, but that is where my friend Victor works. And I like to go, first of all, I really just like that theater. And secondly, I like to go support him. So if you have a Flix in your area, you should totally check that out. Otherwise, support your local theaters, guys. Go see movies in theaters if you can because they need our help if they're going to survive. And there's just something about going to a theater and having a theater experience, and I don't want to lose that. Any hoodle, let's budget. So, what I do is every week I give myself $40 for dining out, $100 for groceries, and you'll see I went a little over. That's because I went to Costco and picked up some canned chicken, and so that cost more. I'd already done my grocery shopping, and then I decided to make buffalo chicken dip one night this week. My oven isn't working very well, so like, it's not getting all the way hot. It doesn't get above like just under $200, 200 degrees. So Nathan has ordered a part. He's going to try to fix it. But in the meantime, I've been trying to come up with like creative ways to cook food where I don't have to go outside and use the grill when it's 110 degrees. Um, Tonight I'm going to grill chicken because the reason I found out it was broken is I was trying to grill chicken and I mean cook some chicken and it doesn't work. So anyway, I did canned chicken in the crock pot and with like buffalo chicken dip, which is amazing, and I will share that recipe if you're not familiar with it, but it's super simple and it's delicious. Um I don't know how healthy it is. You can do a healthy version. I did not do the healthy version. I did the one with cream cheese. But anyway, so I went to Costco and spent extra money, but only an extra $15. So I'm okay with that. I'm very happy with that. Fun money, I gave myself $10 a week. Ecclesial expenses, $80 a week. You can see I did go over last week because we went out to a pretty nice restaurant after meeting. Coffee gets $25 every week, and that is it for these. The rest of these are either like self care and gas. I only give myself those when I get a paycheck. Pet expenses, household, the rest of these are all for once a month, and they've already been filled for this month, so I'm good. You can see it's the ninth. I've already spent $100 of my pet expenses, and that is because I bought both rounds of dog food. So the way Nathan and I have kind of settled into doing this is he is paying for the insulin and I am paying for everything else. It's kind of how it's working out. Um, and I do have a Chewy delivery coming for because in case you're new and you don't know what I'm talking about, one of my dogs has diabetes. He's older, and he was diagnosed with diabetes back in April. So we have kind of settled into we have to feed him different food now than we were feeding him. He needs to get injections, daily injections, twice a day actually, injections after he eats. And because he is a German Shepherd dog, he's larger, and the like units of insulin that he needs is much higher than if he was a Chihuahua. Um, so we go through the insulin pretty quickly, and it's like $64 a pop. And I have looked into this is the cheapest I can find it for the Vetselin. We are changing his vet next week. He has an appointment with the new vet, the one that I talked about last week that my wine lady friends recommended. So we're going to take him up there, and maybe they'll give him the not Vetselin prescription, whatever somebody was talking about. I'm going to talk to the vet about it. But I ultimately want to do what is best for him. So that's the goal. So we've kind of settled into Nathan is paying for all of his prescriptions, and I am buying the food and the dog toppers and the other, like the syringes from Chewy. I'm paying for all of that. So it's helping me out. I haven't had to put anything on my American Express related to my dogs in the last couple of months. But it is still expensive, and $150, I may still have to up that, but I'm trying. Households, yeah, all of this is just once a month. So that is where I am for that. Let's go look at my bills. The only bill I have to pay this week is my OneDrive, um, which is I pay seven something a month for extra storage on my OneDrive, and then I leave the remainder in here in case I go over on my printing because I do print out this budget by paycheck book. Um, and if I go over 10 pages, I pay $1 a month for 15 pages. I think that I am at a point where I am okay leaving 757 is how much I pay for my OneDrive. I think I'm at a point where I'm okay not putting anything extra in here for the next little bit because that's like $12. That's if I did $1 a month, that'd be a whole year's worth of. Sometimes it's $2, depends on how much I print because I don't only print my budget mom's budget by paycheck, but I do print. That's mostly what I print, but every once in a while I'll print other things. Nothing else is due before I get paid again. So this budget that we're working on right now is going to go through Friday. I'm sorry, through next Thursday. Next Thursday is the 15th. Wow, that's my nephew's birthday. Happy birthday, my Bobbert. He'll be 17. It's my sister's youngest son. Um, will be 17. And his name is Robert. And when he was first born, my sister wanted to call him Robert after my dad's dad. And my brother in law wanted to call him Bob after his friend. And so I compromised and called him Bobbert. Um, and that's what I call him. I think I'm the only one who does, but I call him that because it was my compromise between Ruthie and Brian. Okay, anyway, moving on. That's the only bill I have. And then we're gonna go finish filling the rest of my sinking funds, and then y'all will be done. And it's only 7:40. Look at that. I can call my mom and make my breakfast. So that's due on the 21st. That's not due yet. My sinking funds are down here. So here's where we left off. We got to YNAB, and then Costco is for my Costco membership. I fill this every month. This gets, if you have a target set on YNAB, I haven't done my YNAB spiel, y'all. Didn't think you were going to get out of that. This is YNAB. It stands for You Need a Budget, and it is how I digitally cash stuff my finances. It is how I have gotten my money under control, started to poop my group for my financial health. I cannot recommend this app to y'all enough. I know somebody signed up for it this week using my link, so thank you. I hope that you are really enjoying it because they sent me another free month of YNAB. How this works, if you want to try it out, there's a microphone. There's a link in my description box that will get you 34 days completely free. You don't put any credit card information in, you don't put any checking information in. They don't have access to you. So you try it out for 34 days. If you like it and then you decide to sign up for it, that's when you would give them your credit card information. You would get an additional 30 days for free, so 64 total free days for you. And then as a thank you, they would send me 30 days at that point. Um, If you don't like it, you just stop logging in and they don't have your credit card information, so they can't accidentally charge you or forget to cancel your subscription. It just goes away. You just stop logging in and it goes away. Um, and that's how that works. So, anyway, if you have a target set up, then you can just come down here and hit the underfunded button, and that will fill to your requested amount that you set. Like you tell YNAB how much money you want to put in here every month or every week or however often, and then it will tell you. If you put it in a year, like I say, I need $60 by October 1st to cover this membership, and then it will automatically divide it up. If I skip a month, it will do the math for me and tell me how much I need to put in every month to make up for it. I haven't skipped a month yet, but you never know what's going to come up. So I'm just going to click this underfunded button and that will fill that amount. I have a couple of things. So like my registration and inspection and my Find Me Gluten Free because again, I have celiac disease. Um, so I use this app to help me. I've used this app so much in the last like 3 months because I've been traveling. It is so helpful. You see how this underfunded button increases because I can put just the 12.50 for registration, or if I click on both of these, it's 15.25 for both. I could literally come in here if you get paid once a month. I do this one at a time so that we can go over it. I also like to do it myself manually. But if you don't want to, if this is your budget and you get paid on the first of the month and you just want to come in here and click this button right here and fill everything all at once, by the way, I have 72 categories. Look at that. If you just want to fill everything all at once, you can click this underfunded button. I obviously don't have $2,200 right now to fill this, but if that's your paycheck and you just want to fill everything for the month, you can. Just one button, one click, and you're done as long as you have a target set up. Because YNAB is amazing. You don't have to. You can do it one at a time. You can individualize it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do these two, registration and Find Me Gluten Free. And I think that is everything that we have to budget for today. That leaves me $649.45 to roll into next week. I am paid bi-weekly, but I do my budgets weekly because, as I've mentioned in this video, I have a problem with like overindulging if I don't have a stop in place. The stop that I have put in place for myself for budgeting is to do weekly. If there's nothing up here and there's nothing in here to spend, I feel like I don't have any money to spend. So I have $46.27 for dining out this week. I have $100 for groceries. And when that's empty, that is empty. The rest of the money that I have is not for groceries. That money is for next week's groceries or my car payment or something else. This money has another job. Even though I technically have the money, it is not available to spend on this. So, how I have made my budget weekly, even though I am paid bi weekly, is I have a category at the bottom called next week, and I'm going to assign whatever is left, 649.45, into that budget, into that category. So now everything is budgeted. I have nothing left. All of my dollars have a job, and I am ready to go for next week. Next week, I will get a paycheck and I will move this 649.45 up. And then that will be the money that when you come back on next Friday, on the 16th, we can budget out together. All right, y'all. That's all I got. It's 7:46. I'm going to go call my mom and make some breakfast. I love y'all. I hope you're having a fantastic week. Oh my goodness. Libby, I saw, I didn't actually haven't been on to Amazon to check, but I did see the message that you put money on my gift card. So thank you so much for that. And I really appreciate it. I have not gone to check out anything on there, but I did get a notice that you did that. So thank you so much. And I saw your message that you got your package. That makes me so happy. I'm so glad it got there. Okay, y'all. Now for real, I'm gonna go. I love y'all, and I hope y'all have a fantastic week. I will see you next. I'll see you this weekend at some point because I'm gonna film some videos. All right. I love you. Bye.